Okay.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
This is Abi and I'm Elaine, and here's a huge good morning from Brisbane. It's currently 6 AM and we've been up since 4, so you can tell that we're really excited to have you here and to be sharing this with you. We want to say a massive thank you to you all for tuning in tonight, and we promise that you're not going to regret it.
So for me, Nucerity has literally changed my life. A couple of years ago, I was very insecure, unhappy and frustrated. I spent a lot of money trying to cure my oily skin. I had very lots of spots, breakouts, and it was really painful and embarrassing actually. I spent a lot of energy and time trying to get my skin under control. But since Nucerity has come into my life, it's made me feel super confident in my skin. I'm able to go out of the house without any makeup on, and the products are simple to use and extremely fast acting. So I guess I just want to help others that are, suffering from uncomfortable conditions, just to really help them feel empowered and to love the skin that they're in.
For me, I was trying lots of different makeup solutions to improve the tone and texture of my skin. I was really starting to hate the wrinkly way that I looked, even when I had makeup on. In the first week of using Skincerity, I noticed a huge improvement in my fine lines, the crepey area underneath my eyes and my neck, and the tone and texture of my skin is so good now that I wear minimal makeup and I'm really fresh-faced every day.
So, without further ado, sit back with your cup of tea or your glass of vino and prepare to be amazed. We have one of the most fantastic women here to talk to you tonight. She has lived and breathed these products and business for over 2 years. Ash is a freelance TV and fashion makeup artist and has worked with high-profile clients such as Channel 9 here in Brisbane, Marie Claire, The Lifestyle Channel, Who Magazine and Grazia.
Not only that, she is funny, genuine, supportive, and passionate about living the Nucerity ethos of creating beautiful lives. So we really look forward to speaking to you all soon. Have a great night.
Come on in, Ash. Enjoy, guys. I'll speak to you soon.
Bye. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for having me in your homes this evening. And thank you, Abi and Elaine, for that lovely introduction. So, yeah, a little bit more about me. Abi was saying, as she said, I am a professional makeup artist here in Australia. I work primarily in the TV industry. And about 2 years ago, it would have been, another makeup artist gave me a call and said, you have to look at this product. She'd got it from someone in Canada and said, it is incredible. It's blown my mind. And it was this little bottle called Skincerity. I had never heard of it. And I've been in the makeup industry for a very long time and have used every product under the sun. As a makeup artist, people send you products constantly. And I tried it. I have rosacea. I'm actually Irish, but live in Australia now. And very fine, fair skin, gets very red. So rosacea, I had a lot of dots on my forehead and a bit of a butterfly red pattern. And it helped my rosacea within, I would say, probably about 4 to 5 days. So I was wowed, absolutely wowed, and thought I need to hear a little bit more about this. So I did, and fast forward 2 years, this is the only product I use now on my own skin and on the skin of my clients as well. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to share my screen. So if you all just give me 1 second, and you'll see my screen here in a minute. So let me just grab that, and I'm just going to full screen mode it so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so what I would love to show you here is basically about how Skincerity works and what is so unique about it. So there's 2 reasons we age, why our skin dries out and it ages. It's sun damage and the body's loss of natural moisture. Now, sun damage here in Australia, that's massive here. And I'm sure for you guys it is if you go on holidays, but here we get very sun damaged easily. And you get that anyway, no matter what country you're in, just from everyday incidental sun as well. But the second one, this is the one that this helps. It's the body's loss of natural moisture. So at night, when you sleep, we have something that's called transepidermal water loss. We just lose moisture. It's often why we maybe weigh ourselves in the morning because we've lost so much moisture and we don't weigh as much. So a normal moisturizer can't help this. It can't keep your own moisture in. Or if it does, it's less than 10%. All it's doing is trying to add some more moisture in. what Skincerity does is it's a breathable mask. I'm just going to roll it on my hand here so you can see it's got this rollerball technology at the top. And you just literally roll it on your skin. So you roll it all over your face at night on a clean face. You roll it on, and what it does is it creates a barrier. So as I'm rolling it, there's a thin barrier. You can't even see it because it almost looks like skin, but it's a breathable barrier. This is what is leading in technology. There's nothing like it in the world at the moment, a barrier that can breathe. And why do we want that? What happens is it locks in the moisture. I'll show you a diagram here. So you can see on this first one, this little divot here could be a wrinkle you have, or it could be an old scar or a new scar. And what happens when you have a scar or a wrinkle, the body actually withdraws moisture from there. You'd want it to send it to it, but it doesn't. It says withdraw it. There's a hole in our armor. Don't send water up there. When we pop this mask on, and in this diagram you can see that's the mask with all these little tiny million holes in there. You roll it on. This body thinks there's an intact layer of skin, so it rushes the moisture up there, and it basically plumps all the skins in all the layers of the skin. Now I'm going to show you some great before and after photos in a minute, but first I'll just explain the ingredients because it's important that you understand what's in it. So there's 2 ingredients that are absorbed. So when I rolled it then, some ingredients went into my skin, and the only ingredients that went in are vitamin E and grapeseed oil, and both of these are very well known as absolutely fantastic antioxidants for the skin. They're really good for healing, really good for scarring as well, and really good for moisture retention too. Now the 3 that are not absorbed is acetone, the fluoropolymer mask itself, and green apple fragrance. Now I'm going to talk about acetone first because some people get a red flag and think that's is not a product you'd want to put on your skin, when in fact it actually is. It's a very, very safe ingredient. It's key to this product. There's a few things it does. Number 1, it's anti-inflammatory. People wouldn't know that, but it does. That's why it was so great on helping with my red rosacea skin. Anti-inflammatory. It's also antibacterial. So as soon as you roll that on, the acetone kills any bacteria on your skin. So if you or someone you know has acne, adult acne or teenage acne, this is fantastic because it kills all the bacteria and then seals in at night a perfectly clean skin that's not going to get any oil from your pillow or from your hands from rubbing. The acetone also keeps it liquid. So it's liquid in the bottle. As soon as I roll that on the back of my hand, the acetone vaporized. That's what it wants to do. It wants to just vaporize. It left my skin and it pierced those holes in the skin as well. So it's kind of the magic. If I drop this bottle, which is liquid, if I dropped it now, it would literally be a mask that I would pick up. It wouldn't be a liquid. The fluoropolymer mask is just the mask itself. You just peel that off in the morning and throw it in the bin. It's not absorbed into the skin. And then it's green apple fragrance. And green apple fragrance is just a little reminder, well, to make it smell nice first, but a little reminder that there's acetone in nature as well, in green apples, in broccoli, in breast milk. We even can breathe out acetone as well, ketones. I'll just tell you a little tiny bit about the company itself, because I know in the UK and Ireland and Scotland it's all quite new, so you're probably hearing this for the first time, but it's actually from a company based in Houston in Texas. So they're from the US, and it's created in the US as well. It's made in the US, and these are the 3 guys that own the company. They actually used to own dermatology clinics in Texas. They were the biggest Botox injectors in the state. So they knew everything there was to know about skincare. They're businessmen, they're not doctors themselves, but they had doctors working in all of their clinics. And the gentleman there with the glasses on the end here, this guy here, Lonnie, he had rosacea like I did as well, but a lot worse. And he had dermatology clinics, so he could get laser, you name it, he could get it. But it wasn't really helping and it was quite painful. And one of his doctors found this at a medical conference, said, Lonnie, apparently it's good for rosacea, you should have a try. He couldn't believe it, and he said, we've got to get our hands on this. That is incredible. Now, the reason it was at a medical conference, it was actually a medical product. It was never meant to be a cosmetic. It is now a cosmetic, but it wasn't meant to be. It was actually created to keep medicines, so topical, what do you call them? My brain just went blank there. If you have medication, if you have medication that you need to put in your skin, the medication would be put in here. It would go just in the area that you need it, not the other areas of the skin. The medication would go in and the mask would seal it in, keep it in, and also keep the skin hydrated. So that's what it was originally developed for. And for bed sores as well, for the same reason, to keep any medication in and to keep the bed sores clean and for any dirt to be kept out as well. But they very quickly realized keeping the moisture in was having a profound effect around the area, as well as the damaged scar or the cancer area or the burn. The whole skin area that was rolled had a major, sort of almost like a facelift on your body. And so that's why it was then sold as a cosmetic to these gentlemen, which is very lucky for us that it's now a cosmetic for us. But we still can use it for different skin conditions. And I'll just show you that some now. Now this here, this is a fantastic result. This lady Phyllis, I've met Phyllis a couple of times now. Phyllis is in her mid-70s. She is actually the original creator of Skincerity. She owned the company that was developing it for a medical product. So she was given about $7 million worth of funding from the National Institute Health of Grants in the US to develop it. Very clever woman. She's now in her 70s. So this was about more than 10 years ago. It was actually developed as a medical product. But Phyllis herself, she fell. She broke her wrist. And she had to get some surgeries in this wrist here, this one here, up here. And her doctor said, put vitamin E in it. So she rang her lab and said, listen, can you just give me one of these bottles of Skincerity just for me and pop vitamin E in, because I have to put it on my scar and that way it'll just, you know, stay off my clothes. They did. And voila, the scar started healing so quickly. So it was almost an accidental discovery that they realized how great it would be for scars and for different applications. Now, I'm very truthful. I'll be very truthful about these photos. That's results over 10 years. She's literally been rolling this hand and not the other one for 10 years. And it's just her dedication to the product. It's her best invention. She's a medical, she is a scientist, but this is her sort of, you know, her holy grail. This is her the one that she's the proudest of. And that's her card. People see her when she travels a lot. And people will see her hands there. Her hostesses will look at it when, you know, she's getting a cup of tea and go, what? Because she literally, I'm in my mid-40s, so I'm 44. When you go like this, a pinch test, you know, your skin, my skin pops back pretty quick. This hand on hers, I've pinched it, pops back pretty quick. Her other hand, not so quick. It looks like someone in their mid-70s. It's quite remarkable. And they've done testing recently, and this one does have more collagen in it than that one. These are two other people that have rosacea like I do. This is Tony. She lives on the Gold Coast. This lady here lives in Canada. But you can see both of them had amazing results. And Tony now looks incredible. She looks absolutely beautiful. This lady here, Lou as well, another friend of mine. She lives here on the Sunshine Coast in sunny Queensland. This is a rosacea. This lady here, Lou, is allergic to everything, you name it. She'll even say she's allergic to air. So if you're worried, if you're very sensitive, don't worry, it'll be fine. She even is allergic to certain dishwashing, clothes washing detergents as well, so she has to be very careful. So she was quite skeptical that she'd be able to use this. She has, and you can see she's absolutely beautiful, and all of that has gone. Acne. Now Dot here, Dot is very kind to let us share her photos because she's very sensitive about the photos. She's had very, very aggressive acne all of her life. She's just in her early 20s, and the results that she's been having from using Skincerity for over 9 months, it's taken a while, but you can see how aggressive the acne was, has been remarkable. This is her now, just absolutely beautiful picture. And you can see how that would affect your confidence majorly. So if you do know anyone, teenagers especially, that have acne, this would be a wonderful, wonderful product to help them, to recommend that. And this is a friend of mine, Michelle. Now, Michelle has, these are acne scars, which she was trying to just get rid of acne, and she kept going, and the actual scars helped as well. Another acne one as well. This young lady, I'm not sure if Roaccutane is used in the UK, Ireland and Scotland, but it's used a lot in Australia, and it's a drug that teenagers take to get rid of acne. It works well. I will not dispute that. It works very well to get rid of acne, but what it does is it doesn't only affect the skin cells, it affects every cell in the body. So this lady went off Roaccutane and tried Skincerity and had amazing results. Aging, if any of you are starting to age a little bit, I put this on my neck, and now that I'm in my 40s, you can see this after 7.5 months, her neck is completely hydrated. We often forget about this part of our neck, so often that's neglected, and a little bit shows our age often before our face. This lady here has been using our eye effects as well, which I'm going to tell you very briefly about the eye effects in a minute, but you can see the difference there. Just like Elaine was saying as well, when she was speaking earlier, she's had wonderful results in her eye area, as I have around here. And I can put the eye effects here as well. So you can see this lady, even the texture and tone of her skin, super hydrated. Shelley Lumley. Shelley's a photographer. She's a photographer here in Brisbane that I know, and she's not much older than me, but I can tell you now, when I first met her, back around when this photo was taken, she looked quite a little older, because sun damage, as I said, in Australia, we have a lot of it. And you can see here, this one was taken. We need to get a new one, but this was in 2015, so a year later. And her skin is just super bright. She uses all of our products, and she just looks wonderful. We call her the poster child because we all use her before and after photos. This is her daughter, Sunburn, and we roll it. So if you go on holidays, pack one of these. Sunburn, roll it on straight after you've had it, so at night, and literally with 7 or 8 hours later, the redness will be gone. A windburn. This is a girl that has windburn, and this used to affect me when I used to live in Scotland a lot. When I'd go from the cold and straight into the hot, my face would go super red. So it helps with people that have that as well. You just roll it on at night. Keratosis pilaris, little dots, often called chicken skin, and dermatologists will tell you there's nothing you can do. Yeah, this will help. Stretch marks. This is quite phenomenal. I'm lucky. I have a child, but I'm lucky I didn't get stretch marks, but a lot of my friends in my age group did. And I have friends that have 18-year-old children. I've got friends that have young children. And I get them to roll half their tummy and not the other, so they can really see the difference, and it's quite remarkable. This lady here is quite tiny. She always had that though, so it always did annoy her, and that was after 6 weeks, her results. Scarring. Now scarring, you can do this on old scarring or new scarring. For new scars, if you cut yourself or you've had surgery, you do have to wait till it seals over. So you don't want to put it on a fresh scar. It will sting, and you don't want that. Although in saying that, if I cut myself in the kitchen, I'll just go take the pain, pop it on. But if you do have an old scar, this here is quite a fresh scar, as you can see, and that's after 3 months. And it's fantastic. You can just roll it on, and especially if it's under clothes, you wouldn't want to wear it during the day on your face. But if you've got a scar and it's under clothing, you could pop it on, keep it on all day, that's fine. Another scar as well, that's just 5 days after surgery. And you can really see here, the whole area around it looks so healthy and moisturised. Discoloration as well, sunspots for older people. And this is phenomenal. Anyone who has eczema, dermatitis, anything that gets really psoriasis, really inflamed. Often those sort of skin conditions are hot. I always say they're on fire, they're hot, they're itchy, they're inflamed. This will relax it, it'll calm it down. It's safe on children as well. So if you know anyone who's got any of those, we do not say it heals it. As I said, we're a cosmetic product, but I've seen some phenomenal things, and it definitely does help it a lot. That's after just 1 week on the back of the head. Now that's a young girl. I think she's about 9 or 10 on her elbows. And you can see that after day 4. For a young child to get that relief, amazing. And then eczema on the hand, which is quite debilitating. I don't have any of those myself, but since doing this business, I've met so many people that do, and it gives them just such a relief. A lot of them put it on their hands before they go to sleep, so they're not itchy during the night as well. And that as well is just 4 days, so getting relief that they may not have had for many years. And safe on babies, very safe. Also safe on pregnant ladies. One of my best friends, another makeup artist of mine, who's my business partner, she was pregnant when we first found this. And I said, well, you better, go and ask your obstetrician. I don't want you to put this on if it's not safe. And the obstetrician said, looked at the ingredients, absolutely fine. Roll it, doesn't matter, it's absolutely safe. So safe for babies, safe for pregnant ladies. So it really is an all-round amazing product. And I think once people start to hear about it over in the UK, it's been there, I think for probably a little bit, not as long in Australia. We've had this here for 2 years, so maybe a little less, but word will start to spread as it has here, just because when someone sees results, especially for things like this, they'll let their friend know, they'll let their neighbour know, and it'll start spreading quite quickly. So it's a very small, unique product. Now, I know it's late there, so I'm not going to explain in detail the other ones. I'll just quickly touch on them, but this is the flagship product. This is the one that's so very unique. But we've also got eye effects. This one is fantastic. It's a roller ball. This is my sort of problem area, is my underbags here. So I roll this on. The roller ball is very cooling. I roll it here. It's got something in it called arginine that we call nature's Botox, because it actually relaxes the snaps of the muscles. I like this very much. So I put it here. I put it here, anywhere that you might get Botox. So I put it here to relax these lines, and I put a bit here. You don't put any here though, because it works so well. You don't want this to droop. Peptide Plus Moisturizer. This is beautiful. The company will only bring out products that really stand alone, that you can't get anywhere else. So all the products are very unique. That's why it's such a small range, because they don't want to bring out something you can just grab anywhere. This one here is filled with peptides, which sort of help collagen production, which collagen production slows down. As soon as we hit our sort of mid-30s, it slows down. It's got hyaluronic acid, which keeps moisture in. The beautiful thing about this is it's very luxurious, but it's oil-free, which I personally love, especially as a makeup artist. I don't love people piling on loads and loads of different layers of oily products. So you could wake up, take your mask off, pop this peptide on, and it'll feel absolutely beautiful. You can even put this underneath your mask. Even if you have your favorite product and you're looking at this going, well, I do not want to stop using whatever your favorite product is, we can actually make that product work harder. You can put your product on at night, let it soak in, wash your teeth, roll this on. It's going to keep your moisturizer locked in overnight, and it's going to amplify it by 40%, which is quite amazing. Now, you wouldn't put it on top of anything like if you're using retinol or salicylic acid, anything that's very active, don't put it over. But if you just have a regular moisturizer that you purchased off the shelf, it's absolutely fine and it'll be great. And then the Body Silk, this one's absolutely beautiful. This is head to toe. I've got this in my hair today. You can use it, it's just filled with loads of, this one does have oil in it, but we want the oil in this one. It's got argan oil, asahi oil, there's omega-6 and 9, there's loads of vitamins for moisturizers. You can pop it in your hair. I do before I blow dry it, and then I just pop it on the ends as well, so it's not frizzy. And then you can use it on your face, on your body if you do like oil on your face. It's lovely. I sometimes put it under the mask just for a real plump up, especially in the winter. All over your body, head to toe. So a great one if you travel. That's the only product you need because it does absolutely everything. So they are amazing products. I hope you've been interested in hearing about all of them, and I'm sure it's something different than you've heard of before. But let me tell you how you can actually get your hands on them if you're interested in trying them, because you can't purchase them in a store. You can't just walk in and buy them in a store. You have to purchase them from someone that you know. And the reason is because this begs to be demonstrated. As I've just explained to you, there's no way that could have been explained on the bottom of back of the bottle. So you may never have known it was good for acne or good for your psoriasis or something like that. So the gentleman I introduced you to before, the three men that own the company, they knew that pretty quickly, that it had to be basically a word of mouth way of selling. So you can either, there's two ways. If you're sitting here going, great, I do want to try these sound absolutely awesome, then join our loyalty program. We basically have an online website and you can order exactly what you want. And whoever invited you to the call, any of the ladies that invited you to the call tonight, they're going to let you know, they're going to give you a promotion code that you can use to get our products at a really awesome price. And you just become a customer and you just use the products, fall in love with them, hopefully. And they're shipped, don't worry, they're not shipped from Australia. We have a warehouse near you in the UK, so they get to you very, very quickly. They're not shipped from over here. And also, when you join as a customer, you get points. So it's a loyalty program. If you buy 7 different products, you get the 8th free, and you can pick and choose whatever product you want, which is fantastic. So that's one way to get the products. The other way is to join as a distributor, like we have, and like Elaine and Abi have, that you met earlier, that introduced me, and I'm going to explain that as well. So just back to just a bit more about our affiliate program. That's the loyalty program I just said. So we'll be sending you a link, and you can pick and choose what you want. It's that easy. They get sent to your door. It's got a really awesome monthly direct delivery as well, but you can put that on pause, so some people freak out and say, well, I don't want it every month. That's fine. It's more of a convenience, so that if you run out, which I tell you now, if you run out of this, you start freaking out. So it reminds you, the program says, would you like another bottle? You can say cancel it, or say yes, or pick and choose what you want. So it's very convenient. And as I said, you get loyalty points as well. So that we will send you a link after the call. Or you might actually want to join as a distributor. And this is the part I'm very excited for the UK, because what's happened here in Australia is going to happen for you guys as well. And it's been very exciting for me to be a part of. As I told you earlier, I just did this for my own skin. And then for my own clients, we use this on the newsreaders. Because the less makeup, with everybody having big TVs and high definition TVs, this just makes the skin so hydrated and even toned. We don't have to use as much makeup. So that's why I originally had got it, for my clients and for myself. But very quickly, it was actually my friends and family that started noticing my skin, and they wanted to know where I was getting it. And I would start sharing it with them. Then their friends wanted to know more about it. And 2 years later, I'm doing less and less makeup. I'm doing more of this because I love it. Helping people really, what I'm doing is helping people change their lives in that they get an opportunity to create some income through this, and also or changing people's lives through helping with their skin, any skin disorders they may have, which is very rewarding. So how, you might be a bit confused, how does this work? If I tell someone, so if you love it, and you have to love it, you have to love it. You tell your friends, their friends say, gosh, they're looking good, they tell their friends. And what happens then, if their friends purchase anything, your friend gets a little bit of a commission. If your friend purchases anything, you get a little commission. It all flows back. And this is, it's a massive, it's called people-to-people industry, and it's massive. It's 183 billion globally and growing constantly. So what happens is you become a Nucerity member and you get the best price. So you get the products at wholesale. And why would you do that? Well, literally because Skincerity works, and there is nothing like it in the world. If you fall in love with this, you can't get it anywhere. You can't run into Boots. You can't run into, I'm not sure what your other stores are, but you just can't get it anywhere. There's no other company in the world that has anything that even comes close to it. So that's pretty powerful. I'm the only one that can distribute this to my friends and family. And anti-aging is the hottest growing market in the world. It's targeted to reach 340 billion by 2018. And what a safe way to anti-age instead of, I personally don't, I have nothing against Botox, it's fine, but I'm scared of needles, so I don't want to go down that route. So fantastic to be part of that anti-aging market. Nucerity is now available in 17 countries, and the secret's only just getting out in the UK and Ireland and Scotland, as I said, so the timing could not be more perfect. I joined the company when there was only 300 people in Australia 2 years ago. Oh gosh, I don't know how many we have now, but it's a hell of a lot more now. I think maybe 12,000 maybe. And who can use Nucerity products? Anyone with skin. Anyone can use this. It doesn't matter oily, sensitive, it doesn't matter. Anyone can use it. So when you become a member of Nucerity, what happens is you get your wholesale prices, you get a business that's up to you. Either you just share it with a few people, make a bit of income so your product's free, or do what I've done and replace your income completely or supplement it, get another income. It's also a lasting legacy as well. If you do have children, you can will your position in the company, which I've done. I've got a 4-year-old. I'm actually a single mum and have been since the day she was born. So this business for me has been phenomenal. Just for time with her, I can pick and choose when I want to do this. She's asleep at the moment, awesome. And it's also willable because this does make money for me, whether I'm working on it or not. So if something does happen to me, touch wood or good, she will then get that income as well. When you do join, it's an out-of-the-box business. You get up and running immediately. You're going to get a welcome kit for the UK with everything you need to get started. You get a retail shop. You get a back office. You get training and mentorship. And I'll just briefly talk to you about that. If you do join and do want to, put your toe in it and see what happens with sharing it with people, and myself and anyone who's introduced you to the call tonight, we will help you. So we train you. It's awesome. We've got this technology where we will actually show you what you need to do, and it's all very simple, really. So we will mentor you, and it doesn't matter where you are, where we are. We can just do it online, which is fantastic, and on the phone. And the great thing, the company does all the customer service. They do the packing, the shipping. They do the lot. So how do you want to join as a distributor? If you do, you just set up a wholesale account. That's £19. That's your fee basically to join. Then you choose a pack. You place an auto ship order, and I'll explain that in a minute. Then you just share it. Easy peasy. At the moment, this is very good because we do have a promotion for the UK and Ireland at the moment, this trio here. So this trio here, you get our best sellers, which is the Skincerity, the eye effects and the peptides. That's £139, and that includes that enrollment fee then is waived. Shipping and taxes all included, so that's an awesome, awesome pack. We've also got this one here, if you do want the body silk as well, and this comes with an extra Skincerity. Awesome if you're already thinking in your mind, oh gosh, if I get this, I know my sister or I know my bestie will want, my best friend will want this as well. This one's great, and it is £195, and again, it includes enrollment free, which is great. And if you are interested in this part of it, you can order this now. And then there's a 7-day cooling off period. That's a bit different. We don't have that in Australia, but I know it's important in the UK. You get the 7-day cooling off period if you change your mind. And then after the 7 days, you can purchase larger packs if you want. There is this pack you can purchase today as well, which is if you're just thinking it's the Skincerity you're interested in. You get 3 of them. You also get 3 brochures as well that you can share with people or sell. And that one's £156. And just very briefly, after the 7-day cooling off period, if you are interested in the business side, but we can talk more. I won't go into all the detail in case someone's listening that's not interested in this part. but we can talk if you're interested and you have something and your gut is saying this might be perfect for me. We'll talk one-on-one and help you. But these are some other packs then that get your business going. We've got this one. That's after the 7-day cooling off period. You can get these larger packs. This one here, you get one of everything and then extra Skincerities. My favourite, this is the pack I joined on, which is the Builder pack, which gives you everything. It's basically your business up there and running. So guys, the secret is getting out. In Australia, it is spreading like wildfire, and I'm really excited for it to spread like that in the UK and in Scotland and Ireland as well. We've got, these are all our little models, our hot models in Australia, taking over Instagram. They all use it, so the young ones understand it. It's the product to use. We get wonderful reviews. The company will never advertise. They will never pay for advertising. So any reviews we're getting, and this lady here that's made a review is very well known here in Australia. They're people that have used it and want to give their own review. I'm just going to end with this, a man that you probably know very well over there. We love him in Australia, Richard Branson. This is one of our lovely, beautiful, she's a reporter with Channel 7, one of the channel, then the makeup artist from Channel 7 introduced it to her, and she's now quit Channel 7. She's quit reporting to do this because she loves it so much, but she did get to meet Richard Branson. She was interviewing him, and she said, you know, we have this business and we always quote you. And she said, did you really say this? If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. He said he did say that. It's true. He stands by it, and he says, show me the product. So I had a lovely chat. So I'll leave you with Richard Branson. So thank you so much, guys, for listening in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. And as I said, whoever invited you to listen in, they're going to be sending you a little email letting you know if you just want to buy the products. They're going to give you a little promotional code to just try the products. But if you are interested in being one of the first in the UK to start spreading the news, we would love to talk to you further about that. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen there. And I really appreciate your time. Have a good night.